Hello, 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 hello. Oh my gosh. This is time. We're here. We're here. I don't know where we're at, but I know that we're here. Are you ready, Andrea? Are you backstage with me?
I'm ready.
Let's go. Let's be ready. Let's just tell everybody who we are, what we about to do. Because, man, listen, this is something they just don't want to miss. What's going on, Miss Andrea? How are you today?
Oh my goodness, I am so excited, Dr. Caroline. Thank you so much for just inviting me here to co-host with you. I am excited to just share with the audience what we're about to share. We're going to be having a recap of last week. So if you missed out, please do stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. I think we need to pump it up a little bit. What you think?
Let's do that.
Hey! See, this is what I'm telling you. This is the 11th annual Celebrating You Women's Conference at Expo 11. Listen, this year's theme was access granted. Access granted. Whew. Like, access has been granted. Just know and understand it. Access has been granted. And you know how you know that access has been granted? When you get somebody that come out to referee us, and somebody comes and blows the whistle for all of us. So I'm just going to bring to the stage because I can't. We're going to get into a little bit of who was here, who wasn't, what everyone experienced, and even from last year and this year and all of those great things. But I want to bring to you somebody who came and let me tell you, he rocked it. He rocked it with his whistle. He had all of us up, and he was just basically just having us kind of just be in our own space and be checked. He checked us with that whistle as a referee. That's what he does. He's really a referee in real life. That's what he did in life, with all the games and everything. So listen, none other than Dr. Walker. Dr. Walker, where you at? Where you at? See, I can't play Blow the Whistle. They're going to turn me off.
Well, that's my song anyway. Can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Yeah, wonderful. Listen, thank you so much for having me on tonight. And of course, giving me the opportunity to bring my whistle last week to Philadelphia, my hometown. I'm a Philly boy, born, not raised, but born there at Temple University, and coming back home as the leadership referee. I was super excited. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, you're welcome. We met back in August in Orlando.
That's right.
At the Courage, what was it? Destiny, because Courage for Calling, that was my chapter. But it was Road to Destiny conference.
Road to Destiny. Yes.
Road to Destiny.
Yes.
Road to Destiny. This is how we know everything is in alignment, right?
Okay.
So it's Road to Destiny, and then we have your Courage for Your Calling, right? And then we have you're blowing your this whistle, right? And we have our access granted. And people gotta understand to pick up these nuggets that God gives us. I'm saying God, okay. I'm just letting y'all know.
You gotta say it. You gotta say it. Give him his glory.
That's what it is. So last year, Andrea, do you remember what the theme was last year?
Oh my memory.
Oh, press forward.
Press forward. Yeah.
Press forward. Because when you press forward, no matter what happens, because Lord knows stuff be happening, right? Like it snowed. Like this man right here, he sat on the plane for 4 hours.
Yes, I did. Oh my Lord. Trying to get out of I was glad to be there, but trying to get out, they were trying to keep me.
You gotta pay attention to the signs, trying to keep you.
Tried to get out of here 4 hours on the plane, and they canceled the plane. Had to wait till the morning to get a flight out, and that was another 2 hour delay because it started snowing. And I said, Lord, I need to get back to the sunshine of Florida.
Oh, Sunshine State. Wow.
And the Lord lifted the snow just so I can get home. Praise the Lord.
Yes. Listen, give everybody a little, because I know they missed it. That, too bad. I'm sorry. Y'all should have been here, right? But in the meantime, you want to give them a little snippet? Just give them a snippet. I'm gonna let you do your thing. Give them a little taste of what this leadership referee is all about.
Yeah. So my name is Dr. David Walker. I am the leadership referee. And here's what I do. I empower leaders who feel stuck, overwhelmed, or unsure of their voice to rediscover the confidence, clarity, and conviction they need to lead with purpose and presence. I help people who've lost their direction as a leader to rediscover their voice, to rediscover the power, to rediscover their influence. And so what I did was I turned all of that into my Beyond the Whistle talk. And that's what I did last week. I come in with my referee's uniform, I have my whistle, and I help people do my story of my journey as a referee. I learned a lot of leadership lessons from being the referee. And that particular day, I told a story about having a play in the game and leaving the court. And there were some things that I learned that night. Referees don't always get all the calls right, but we learn from our mistakes and we learn from our errors. But that night, I'm just going to share 3 things that I learned that night. And I tried to help the women at the Celebrating You Women's Conference. I talked about how to choose presence over position. See, sometimes as a referee, we get in the right position, but being in the right position is not always what's best. Your presence is better than your position. And again, your position sometimes is your title, it's your status, it's your position. But people need to feel your presence. The people you lead, you empower, you impact, they need to feel your presence. And listen to this. Presence begins when you show up. There is no presence if you're not in the building. There is no presence if you don't show up. And the people you serve, whether they're men, whether they're women, they need to feel your presence. Here's the second thing that I talked about. I said that you have to choose courage over comfort. Yeah, courage over comfort. See, comfort is easy. Comfort says, everything is all right. There's no pressure, but you'll never achieve your goals being comfortable. You got to get uncomfortable with comfortable. Yeah, I don't like being comfortable because when I'm comfortable, I can't reach my goals. But the only way you're going to reach your goals is for you to have courage. It was Nelson Mandela who said that courage is not the absence of fear, but that I triumph over it. Maya Angelou said that hope and courage cannot occupy the same space, but choose one. And of course, the word of God in Joshua 1:8 said that be thou courageous and don't be afraid. So you got to have courage. And then the last thing I talked about, because I don't want to monopolize the time, is that you have to choose responsibility over your roles. What do I mean by responsibility? You have to be responsible for your own destiny. You have to be responsible for what God has put in you and what God has placed in you. Yes, we want to team up with other people. We want to collaborate. And yes, that is the currency of the 21st century, collaboration and partnership. But you've got to take responsibility for your own destiny, for your own journey. Because if you don't take responsibility for it, you'll never get there. One last thing I want to say, I remember reading in God's word where when God called Moses, he said, Moses, I want you to go to Pharaoh. Moses said to God, who am I that I should go? And I just want to grab those 3 words. Moses said, who am I? Here's what I want to tell you as I depart. I want you to turn those 3 words around. Who am I? And I want you to say, I am who? I am who? I'm who? I am who God says I am. I am who God created me to be. I am who that God has put purpose in my life. I want you to don't ask the question, who am I? Because God chose you. I want you to say, I am who. And whatever the I am who is, go and do that because that's what God called you to do.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I am who?
I am who?
I am who? I want y'all to put that in the chat. I am who? And if you were listening.
And finish the sentence. I am who? who, boom. What goes after that?
I want y'all to put that in the chat. I want y'all to, who's watching, put that in the chat. I am who, and put in what that is. Put that. We're going to declare that tonight because Dr. Walker says so, right? We're going to declare that tonight and tomorrow and the day after and the day after and the day after and the day after, right? We're not going to wait until New Year's Eve and New Year's Day to make these declarations, to make these statements. We're going to do them now. We're going to do them every day, 365, and some years 366, right? Days of the year. So listen, Dr. Walker, thank you so much for showing up. Listen, I just always do this, just to kind of give another thank you because, the day just goes, it comes and goes so fast.
Yes.
And there's so much to take in. And even for, there's those who weren't able to make it for whatever reasons, right? And I still want them to get a little snippet. I still want to be able to serve and give them something, right? Because something is better than nothing. When we get to know who I am, whose I am, and know that I am who God has told me to be. So listen, thank you, Dr. Walker. Thank you. And blow that whistle.
Beautiful message.
Man, Andrea, listen, that right there,
powerful.
I see some of our people backstage. I'm giving them some shout outs. I see, April, she's been like such an amazing. I see Nicole, I see Marlene, I see Shiani, I see Jamal. Oh, man.
A full house.
We got a full house backstage. They all doing their thing. But I want to because I already told him, even though he said we can stay till midnight. We not staying till midnight, Jaden. I'm just letting you know. So I'm going to give Andrea, I'm going to give you the grace to introduce this next powerhouse that graced the stage and tore it up. When I tell you, he's been the talk of the town. Like when you listen to the video, like everyone kept saying, "This boy's 11. This boy's 11." Like he fought last year. We had greatness. We had a legendary speaker in the house. We had the incomparable, the legendary Les Brown, right in the house.
In the house.
And let me tell you, when this young lad got on the stage, he followed what the legend did. But I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna let you introduce this one and bring him to the stage.
Okay, drum rolls, ladies and gentlemen. We, both of us, have been privileged to see this young lad grow and transform in his journey as a speaker from the age of 7. Now, thank you to Dr. Carlin Wilson. At the age of 11, he has been able to grace the stage of CYWC number 11, year 11, where access was granted to none other than this young champion, Jaden Burrell. So we're going to ask Jaden to join us here on the stage.
All right.
Hello. Hi. The one and only Back by Property Demand. Hello. Oh my God.
Hello. Yes, back by popular demand. Indeed. Listen, I don't know what you eat. I don't know what's coming into
Food.
This. I'm not even. You know what? I'm just gonna let you share a snippet. All
right.
Just a snippet, because I can't even begin to talk about this young man. Like, it's been amazing to watch him grow. But I'm gonna let y'all be the judge of this.
Okay.
Jaden, the floor is yours.
Hello. So my name is Jaden Burrell. I'm an artist, animator, game developer, etc., etc. And on the 13th of December, I took a drive to Philadelphia. You wonder why? Because I had a chance to come on stage and speak at the Women's Conference at the... What's it called again? It was a convention center. Sorry, it's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember the name.
Read the screen. Read the screen. It's on the screen.
CYWC?
That works.
Yeah, that works. Thank you. um. So yeah, the theme was access granted. I had a little fun little part to speak in, and I got to see a lot of friends of mine. I wonder who. Hint, hint, wink, 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 nudge, nudge. But yeah, it was a very fun experience. I got a medal for it, and it was really a great thing that I got to be there in general. And I could
Give 'em a little bit
not.
about your speech. What was the basis of your speech?
So the basis of my speech really was about spreading highlights onto the road. And what I mean by that is that highlights. What? Okay, let me just say this. Sorry, I'm sorry. Okay. Not only do highlights belong in art, really, but they belong in life as well. Like, let me explain this. So basically, you know how in art, highlights are the bright spots where the light hits on a shady cheek, a glowing surface, and a glassy eye. But in life, we can bring highlights into the world around us. We can bring light into the world around us. And that's what I really talked about in the conference, which was very fun once again. So, yeah.
Awesome. Listen, if you guys didn't understand, thank you so much. Like, listen, that's literally everyone's blown away by basically telling everybody to have a light. Everyone has a bit of a light. It's the highlights of your life. That's what actually spreads and gives depth to the darkness and gives depth to our character and who we are. We just heard from Dr. Walker say, I am who? The light.
Exactly, the light. And
Light.
what else does highlight do? It helps us to give access.
Brightness in, well, access granted. That was the theme. Because when you share your talent, your creativity, and, well, I don't remember the last one. Oh, that's so sad. You unlock a door for someone to grow, for someone to create. And it repeats.
And it repeats.
And it repeats.
And it repeats. And it repeats. Well, Jaden, Sir Jaden, I thank you for traveling all the way to Philadelphia, for gracing the stage, for, like you said, hint, hint. I wonder who you're talking about. Anyway, but we so enjoyed you. And listen, this is greatness. So for those who, want to be able to have their kid, be able to speak on stages and just have this confidence to speak. You got to remember he's 11, right? He's a gamer. He's in his gaming chair. You got to don't worry about, him moving around and things. Listen to what he's saying, right? Listen to the words, how he's able to articulate, how he's able to speak, how he's able to put his put a point across, right? And have it make sense. That's a skill that's going to carry him so much further. So this is something that you want for your child. Andrea, what is it that you have for folks out there?
Okay, so for anyone that's listening in, I have a gift for CYWC, and that is a 1-year scholarship. Actually, there are 2 scholarships that are available for 1 year. And Dr. Caroline is going to tell you how you're going to be able
Access granted.
that scholarship, but it's a 1-year scholarship for 2 students. Now, I'll give you a little bit about it. It's Global Kids Speak is the name of the platform. If your child is between the age of 7 to 18 years old, or even if you know of a child that you might want to gift it to, classes are weekly. It's every Wednesday from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Part of fulfilling that year's certification, or to be able to get your certification, your child must complete a minimum of 30 hours of class. Also, they must compete in 2 competitions. So it gets fun. We actually teach the kids, the mentors do, but we have professionals, professional judges, professional speakers come in, and they're the ones who grade the kids. So we're not doing our own grading. And your child actually gets the opportunity to be on real life platforms. Now, if this is something that you think that you would like for your child, or you could think of a child that you would love to gift this to, please do reach out to Dr. Wilson. She will tell you. I don't know how she's going to determine who the scholarship will go to, but I will pass that over to her for her to make that decision now.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So for those who will be getting stuff out, so in the meantime, if you're interested in it, just put Global Kids Speak in the chat, and that's what we're going to go from there. And then we'll also send things out to the grant community to raffle these 2 scholarships off. So, but that's how we can get started. So Jaden, thank you so much for being here.
You are very welcome.
Appreciate you. I this is what you're doing at 11. I don't even want to know what you're going to do at 12, but okay, here we go. Thank you so much. Game on.
Game on. Game on. Wait, Miss Andrew, join. Wait, no. Miss Andrew, join. Join. Game on.
Game on.
3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Hip hip hooray.
Awesome.
Hooray. Wow.
Listen, you gotta have fun with the kids, right? You gotta have fun with the kids. Listen, we gotta give them opportunities, because we were kids once. That's all I'm gonna say. We were kids once.
Yes.
So listen, we're gonna keep on this theme of global, on this global standpoint. So I'm gonna bring Dr. Bev. We're gonna call her Dr. Bev. We're gonna bring Dr. Bev back up, right? So she can kind of give us a little bit of some stats from last week, because we were broadcasting live on WNC Breaking Chains Radio. And so Beverly, the floor is yours to kind of tell us who was in the building or the virtual space listening to us.
Well, it was like really amazing. We did 6.575 million listeners. Okay. 6.575 million listeners.
Put that in the chat, y'all. 6.75.
No, 6.575 million listeners we did.
6.575. Wow.
Yeah. So we had Germany, we had the United States, we had Poland, we had Finland, Spain, United Kingdom, South Africa, and Italy.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Yep, and that was throughout. We broadcasted. It started at 11 and it ended at 6:30. We had a total of 6.575 listeners. Yes, awesome job, awesome, like amazing.
Woo! See, people don't eat. They be sleeping. You don't know. It's not about who's in the room. It's about who's listening.
Yeah.
It's about who's in the room. It's about who's listening. 6.75.
See, I'm gonna let her.
Million.
I'm about, that guy that be on, he just takes his glasses off and throws them across the room. But I ain't gonna do that, because I won't be able to see better. Look. You ready, Andrea?
I'll do it. Yeah.
6.75 million.
I threw mine because it's like $5. So
I can't throw mine because they not $5. They might be $7 or $10, but I need them to see better. I can show you my other ones. I keep missing arms, but that's a whole, I digress. So maybe I should have threw that pair. It's already halfway broke. But anyway, thank you, Bev. Thank you, Bev. And listen, more to come. Whoo, 6 point. I'll let that sit in for a second. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. Man, listen. Listen, I'm going to throw so we're going to put the link in for the YouTube channel because we're broadcasting live on YouTube. We're broadcasting on Beverly. You can put the link in the both of the chat and the chat for the people. They're already watching it, but in backstage. So once we're through, then we just ask you to go watch us on the other end, so that way other people can come backstage too. So you'll be able to watch the same thing. So listen. Keeping it on global perspective. We just heard from Global Kids Speaks. We just found out that we were broadcasting live to 6.75. I am 6.75 million out of her 8-something million people that tune in to WBS. I got it right this time, right, Bev?
That's amazing.
Yeah, OMG. So let's talk about the individuals that joined us from near and far. So we're gonna say we heard Dr. Walker talk about the snow. And you know, one of my highlights, yes, it did snow that evening into the next day. And one of my highlights was we had a group of women who came who never experienced snow. Never experienced snow. Andrea, we were talking about that earlier, and you said that was something that you were excited to before, right?
Said yes.
So we have a young lady that's from Barbados. We got a couple of them that's on right now, but one of them already seen snow because she's originally from London. But we got one who's a wonderful, amazing tailor. I'm trying to cue her up so she'll know I'm talking about Sheannie. I'm just gonna say your name. So I'm waiting for her to turn her camera on. Because I want to be able to, so between Sheannie and here she go. All right, here we go. So Sheannie. Hey Tamala. I see Tamala joining us all the way from Atlanta. Sheannie, you're in the car. I hope you're being safe. Can't hear you. She's talking. We can't hear a word she's saying. Or is she chewing gum? What's she doing?
I don't know. She's hearing us. Sheannie, can you hear us? You're live.
You're live, Sheannie. Yes. What? Or is it? Annie, listen, you made it to Philadelphia. It was some challenges and trials, and you got here, and then you got blessed with this white powdery stuff that we don't really like, but you was like, snow.
Yes. It was my first time.
First time in Philadelphia, first time experiencing snow, first time at CYWC celebrating you Women's Conference at Expo. Listen, you were on the panel, the Her Story panel. Just give a shout out and just give a little snippet of, what your experience was. And I want people to hear from you and just tell them just your story. Just tell them your story.
Well, it was one journey to get there. But perseverance seldom fails. It was worth the journey. I met some beautiful people. I stood up for myself and I told my story because I belong at the table.
Yes! Belong at the table. Oh, my goodness.
Do. And I can't even wait till next year. I've already started writing.
I gotta bring us back because this is, listen, you don't understand this right here. For her to say, now let me just give a little backstory to Sheannie. So she's part of Her Story. Her Story 3. Can we say 3? Can we put 3 in the chat, y'all? 3. Her Story 3. And for the longest time, it's been a thing with Sheannie where she didn't believe. And how many of you really, honestly, really don't think you have a seat at the table? Like, I want you to be honest. And if it's you, just put me in the chat. This is a real hallmark moment now, right? Just put me in the chat. If you really think and believe that you don't really have a seat at the table because you see what other people are doing and it's like, well, I can't really do that. I can't fit in this space. I can't. Like, we're seeing all these threes coming up. And she just disappeared. I don't know what happened to her. But not having a seat at the table is something that I'm going to bring until Sheannie comes back. Her mentor, April. You're in the car too. Oh my God. Everybody is in the car.
Hey,
Hey, what's going on? So listen, you can relate to that, can't you?
you know I can definitely relate. I did not believe I had any seat at no table. I didn't think my story should have been in no book. I ain't want nobody to hear it. I was just like, I ain't gonna say nothing. But you and Bev, y'all convinced me. Y'all just basically told me how important it was for people to hear it and see my journey and see what I've been through in the past, because it could also help other women. So I wound up telling it. And if anybody don't know, I'm from her story too. And I had the honor of being Sheannie's mentor. But when I tell y'all, that sister, she was mentoring me too. Like, she was dropping some gems. I was like, oh my God. She blessed me. So yes, we have so many similarities. Hey, baby.
Hey!
Well, you know, they say if the master or if the teacher can't learn from the student, then what are we doing? Students teach us a lot.
Yes.
Thing.
Yes, it was such a lovely conference. I wasn't able to make it. I was there for like the hour. It was so crazy because my daughter also had a dance conference. So by the time I made it down there, I made it just enough time to see the panel and hear Sheannie speak. And then once it was over, I couldn't even hear the rest of it. I had to leave, run into my daughter's recital. As soon as I got to her dance recital, she was coming out on stage.
Right on time, April. You did right on time, April.
And then I was determined to make it back when I know it was ending. I was asking Sheannie what's going on. She was like, well, now it's a lady singing. So yes, it's pretty much ending. I still came in. And when I said whatever women was there, we all continued. We loved on each other. And then we had the after party in the hotel room.
That after party was lit.
That after party was hilarious. It was. After party was hilarious. Listen. I just want to be able to just, spotlight both of you guys while you're here. Sheannie, thank you so much for pressing forward, right? You really pressed forward because you really knew deep down inside that you were fighting for that seat at the table, not realizing that you are the table, realizing that it was already there. And so, listen, because how do I know that? Because I know I'm a table. So a table recognizes a table, right? So I need you to that part. So I need you to keep pressing forward. I need you to keep being who you are. I need you to keep listen. They both in the car together. How about that? The mentor and the mentor coming on exactly the same. Two different parts of the world. We got Barbados, we got Philadelphia, and I saw that we got Jamaica on here watching. Jamaica. Book. There we go. We all watching. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Jamaica. Thank you. Sending love and prayers to Jamaica. But yet they found it worthy and time to be on here with us tonight. Listen, can we say worldwide?
Worldwide.
Listen, can we say worldwide? Worldwide. Worldwide. Till next time. Thank you, Sheannie. Thank you, April.
And thanks for having me. It was a pleasure.
It's a pleasure. And I can't wait to see you soon till we meet again.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Listen, this is... I don't even even know where to begin with all of this. I really, really don't. I really, really, really don't. But I mean, I want to be able to. We have a couple. I want to bring some male energy back into the space. How about that?
Balance
Bring
it.
some male energy back into
Balance
this
it.
space. So, this is an individual who's been part of the conference since we were virtual, right? And I'm just going, and I'm gonna let him share what this conference did for him. And just when you hear these stories, when you hear the words that are being spoken to you, like we had Dr. Walker tell us, like, I am who God says I am, right? These little moments mean something. If you can hear, we learned from the Men Don't Talk panel.
Always do.
Which this individual was part of, none other than Supreme Jamal. Yes, the Mr. Resurrector. He's resurrecting us up in here, right?
Hey,
like we heard that there's a difference between hearing and listening. But I want you to talk about what you heard over the years at this conference and what you listened to and what it turned into. It's so powerful, y'all. Y'all got to pay attention. Listen.
Well, I definitely heard a group of, I heard you, Dr. Carolyn. It's just something about everything you want, you put your mind to it and you do it. And you do it with the help of God and faith, and you listen to what God says to you. That means you heard it. And once you hear it, you believe it. Once you got it in your heart, and it's done. And not only that it's done before it's even done, it's done in your body and your emotion and your spirit and your soul. So as you're doing it, you're already doing something that you already know was already done. So that was inspiring to me. So I'm just watching. I'm there as a performer virtually because of the COVID or whatever. And there was a lot of women online. They wanted to see the song, The Wobble. And me and DJ CL Smooth, who's my DJ, who is the DJ for the conference, and I call Boss Lady Dr. Bev Brooks. And they introduced me to this dynamo named Carolyn Wilson. And I've been watching Carolyn Wilson become Carolyn Wilson to Dr. Carolyn Wilson, to reading up on her through her books and her journey. And at the whole time, I had a book that was already written in manuscript form a long time ago. And I always wanted something to actually give me the courage to put it out. So actually being at the first virtual conference, knowing that the next conference was going to be for her story, and then his story, and now her story 2 and 3. So I was just tapped in from the beginning. And when I was tapped in, I said, man, I would like to get my book out. And I wanted to do it a long time ago. The book was written in 2004, and it just sat. And I let a few people read it. They liked it. I didn't like the way they were doing self-publishing back then. So I sat on my book until the right offer, or I get big enough where I have to be forced to put it out. But anyway, with the help of great friends like Shelly Shell, Dr. Shelly Shell, who is my co-host on Urban Expressions, popular television show in Philadelphia, my partner in celebrity boxing, Damon Feldman, both got books out, and they both said, hey, man, you need to put a book out. Shelly Shell already knew I had a book. So she was like, yo, when you going to put that book out? And I said, well, I put it out. And she said, we should not let 2023 go by without that book coming out. So with that being said, that was kind of the shove. But the push was after I came from the, I guess, the 2022 CYWC. And I said, CYWC EXPO. And I seen all these placards and slide ups and all these promotional pamphlets for this book, her story. And I said, man, when I get my book out, I want all this stuff. I want the slide ups. I want the table stands. I want the flyers. I want the book itself to be just as beautiful as that was. And this is what I'm saying in my head before the book is out. And I'm like, this is what's going to happen in 2023. And mind you, this is 2022. And I said, this is how we're going to do it. I'm going to do it. And sure enough, I hired Dr. Carolyn as my coach to help me get my book out. I was determined to have it done. I made a promise to Shelly Shell. Damon Feldman pushed me virtually to show online that I had a manuscript done, and the people went crazy. Supreme, if you wrote a book, I would read it. Supreme, if you wrote a book, I would read it. And it went viral. So at that point, I was like rocking the hard place. So I called the one who I seen as the motivation. It was like a great coach. Like, I'm a coach now. I'm a health and wellness coach due to my weight loss and physical fitness journey, which was all going on at the same time. It's even talked about in the book. And the book is called Where I'm From, My Past is History, or Past is History, Where I'm From, Past is History. Well, I think it's Where I'm From, Past is History. But anyway, my book was complete. Carolyn helped me put it out. We got it done. I self-published it myself. And it's selling to the point where we were on Amazon bestsellers 3 times. For the Amazon bestseller 3 times for that period of it coming out. I had the album release party, and everything I seen in my head at Carolyn's conference, I seen at my release party, and she seen at my release party. And she was looking like a proud mentor and teacher and someone who coached her player to the, that's what we call it, the Super Bowl. And I got to the end of that. So that was a very inspiring thing. And then the next conference, I got to actually set up my table with my book, with my slide up and all this good stuff and everything that I needed. And then this conference, she said, I want you to come and talk about the book and be a spotlight artist. So I came to be a spotlight artist, and I said, I'm not going to have my slide up. I want my banner up. So that inspired me to get my stands, which I usually put my banner up for big shows that I can hang from the rafters. But I said, no, I'm going to go get the stand. I'm going to have my own stand and my own banner. So they put me in the back. So, and I got to speak about my book, and that was a great, a young lady took a good picture of me, and I posted that. That was unexpected. And then she said, you're going to be on the men's speak panel, and I've seen 3 of them, 4 of them, and I never, I'm always happy to do the show part. And then she said, you're gonna do the show part because we want you to pick the crowd back up. So it was like everything full circle. Everything that I started out with this conference with is what it ended up with last week, actually. And it was just a beautiful thing to know that this conference is what actually gave me the strength and the armor to put this book out, and is out. It's doing well. It's like an extension. It's like I put out plenty of albums. I put out plenty of CDs. I've toured all over the country. But having a book, just knowing a book, like the records, but the book somehow I believe is going to be around forever. And it's my story. And like I said in my speech, it's a man that had a dream. It's a story of a dream that became reality, and faith in God, and looking at people like Carolyn, who've been around me all my life, people like her who gave me faith as a child, starting with my mother and grandmother and prayer and everything. But looking at her really do it in real time made me really do it in real time. And now my testimony may help someone else do their thing in real time. And maybe I have a part 2 of my book. I don't know. But right now, I'm just so happy to have the part 1 out right now. And like I said, I never needed a book. I did my first book situation at Black and Nobel at a store. But other than that, the store is wherever I perform at. And I perform a lot, so the book is available a lot. And people buy it a lot. It's on Amazon, so people can buy it on Amazon. I have my cards and things that promote the Amazon site. Everything was just beautiful, and faith in God and having that testimony, I know it's going to help a lot of people. And now the next vision, of course, for me and that book is going to become a movie. And I believe it's going to be a movie that's going to inspire people, just like people that the book Beach Street and Crush Groove and all those hip hop movies inspired me. I believe my story is going to inspire the next generation of hip hoppers coming up. So I really appreciate the opportunity. And then you also spoke another word to me. You said, you're going to be doing more speaking. You're going to do more speaking, and I want you to start here. And it was a great start. And it was like, all right, this is the start. I can't wait to see where that dream and that vision flourishes at, and where that takes me at also as a speaker. And it was also a dream of my mother to become an expert. You know hip hop inside and out. You're an expert in it. Write a book about it. And she wasn't here to see the book get done, but the book is done. And I believe her wanting me to speak as an expert in hip hop, positive hip hop. Because like I said, my music is not death, murder, death, kill. My music is life, love, and inspiration, and how to make a dream. The dream of mine didn't kill me or put me in jail. It actually saved my life. So I want my testimony to save more lives and inspire more kids. And I thank you, Dr. Carolyn Wilson, for that opportunity to do that.
Oh, you're so welcome. You're so well. Listen, I think, like I said, watching you and you're the proof, along with other men that come through. When people always go, well, celebrating women, if it's just for women, like, no, like, he's a man. He's telling you, like, listen, he heard. He came in one way, and that just always go. I say people come in one way and they leave another. Like, he came in to be the performer. That was it, to be the performer. See, but you never know where God is going to place you. You never know what words you're going to hear. You never know what's going to settle in your spirit. That's why I can't let just that day go by, because I know everyone can't come to Philadelphia. I know everyone has other, there may be other plans. That's why it's important for me to do this recap, because somebody is going to hear this whenever they watch it, whenever they see it, even right now, and like, wait a minute, I need a little piece of that. I need a little piece of that, or I needed to hear that. So listen, Supreme, love you always. Listen, I know we all in the crew together. Thank you to WBNC. Look, I'm an honorary, urban expression, I'm just gonna say I am. I'm not, but I'm making myself one, right? So thank you so much for showing up and for just being obedient to what God is putting in your spirit. And I'm just glad that he passed our paths, through WBNC, and WBNC is an anchor to a lot of things. So I just thank you, love you.
Thank you.
Keep rocking on. Keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. Awesome. Man, listen, Andrea.
Okay.
What? I mean, that was a whole...
It shows a great journey, and this is just one success story. Imagine the amount of people who have been impacted by your calling. You're listening, you're saying yes, and their lives are changing. So
that part. Oh my God. So this is a good, I just love the way the spirit is just moving. So this is a good segue into, you said he made a mention that he's been part of it for years, just kind of watching it, being in the background, just kind of being part of it with a little part, but it was something that just kept speaking to him. So I'm going to tell you, how you always hear, there's a saying that, okay, you do what you do for impact, and as long as you just reach one, even though we know that it's many, right? But we always talk about that one. Well, can I tell you that at the conference, I met the one? I know there were many.
yes,
but I got to meet the one. And this young lady named Nicole. And I'm saying her name so she can put her screen on, so she can turn the screen on so I can bring her up. And I want her to be able to share. She came as a participant. She wasn't a speaker. She wasn't an author. She wasn't an artist. She was just in the audience. And I don't want to steal any of her thunder. And I don't know where she at, because I see her, but I want to see where she's at backstage. Wait for her to turn the camera on. I want her to come and share. Just share. I just want her to come and share, like, what this meant to her. How long she's been having her eyes on this. What sacrifices she made to be in the space, and what she gleaned from it. So I think I saw her thing came on, but can we? I know, Nicole.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
So I got my camera is off because you're not gonna be able to see me. I'm out and about at the moment.
Okay. Well, go ahead, and then we're gonna I'm gonna turn it over to you.
Okay. Hi everybody. My name is Nicole. I met the beautiful lady Carol at the conference on Saturday. I've been following her for about 3 years, if not more. And I always wanted to make it, and I never was able to make it at all. So this year it popped up again. I seen it on one of the social media platforms, and I was like, "Ooh, it's popping up again. I'm going to make this one." Now, remind you, I'm not no longer in Philadelphia. I live out in the mountains now, and I have dedication of me able to make it. Going to drive 3.5 hours. I came all the way down just for this conference. Stayed at my super house overnight. Even though I knew it was going to snow, I didn't care about the snow. I still came to the conference. And when I came to the conference, I loved it. I got emotional. about everything that I was hearing. Some things I experienced, some things I just knew about somebody else experiencing, and like I just felt it. And I cried a little bit, but then I cheered up, and I had fun. And I'm happy that I made it to experience what I experienced. And then talking to Carolyn gave me the confidence, like, all right, Nicole, this is your calling. That's who you need to speak with. I always wanted to write a book. I was just so scared to write it. And everybody was telling me, like, Nicole, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to hear the backlash. I don't want to hear, oh, Nicole, why you do this? Nicole, why you do that? Nicole, why you put this in there? So I was talking to Carol, and she was giving me just a little bit of confidence just from talking to her. She gave me a little bit of confidence to know, like, I can do it. And if they're getting mad, oh, well, let them get mad. Because eventually they'll see how Nicole was feeling throughout the years, and that'll better myself with a lot of stuff that I want to accomplish in life. So thank you, Carol. I really appreciate it.
Wow, you are so welcome. So the power in that. Andrea, I see you. I saw you back there like making faces and just smiling. What does that do? Because I know what it did for me. What is it doing for you to just hear that?
I think that for me, how I look at it is that whatever you're called to do, keep doing it, because you don't know who is listening in, who is touched, whose life is being changed because of it. And as you mentioned earlier, you said it is the one. A lot of times it's just that one. And I think it's really important that one person may need a pivot by hearing the message or being able to be there in the energy, being able to be there in the room, creating and opening a new door, or as we say, access being granted.
Access granted, access granted. So that's why I said it was just such a good segue. So this has been on her to-do list for 3 years. 3 years. She drove 3.5 hours. 3. To listen to the ladies from her story. 3. I can't make this stuff up. Listen, Nicole, thank you for showing up. And I know everything is a stepping stone, right? But we talked about, we already talked. And I said, you're on to something greater. So just be ready. That's the only thing I tell everybody, right? Just be ready. Be ready.
I love those words. I jumped on the Be Ready train how many years ago? About 4 years ago. Always just got to be ready.
Always got to be ready, because you never know. Never know when you're going to be called and where you're going to be called. But we all know who's going to call you. So, Nicole, I thank you. Thank you for joining us and sharing your testimony of what this conference meant to you. And I appreciate that so much. Like I said, when I heard that, I'm like, whoa. that and now hearing 6.1 million, those are my 2 highlights now. Oh, and the ladies seeing snow for the first time. So all these little things, right? All these little things. So Nicole, thank you. Be safe. And we'll catch you on the flip side. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining
Yes,
us.
thank you. Yes,
You're welcome. You're welcome. Woo, Andrea.
You just lost a few 100,000. It's 6.75. You're selling yourself short now.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. 6 point. What is it again?
6.75 million people were listening live.
Live. Oh my gosh. Speaking of live, Beverly. Can we bring Beverly back in? Beverly, can you come back in? Where are we now? What's happening now? Because we know Jamaica's listening.
Yeah, Jamaica is listening. They listening. Look. God darn it. I don't know. Like they comment, like Jamaica's commenting strong. You got the whole, hearts going up. You got you got your
Barbados in the
yeah,
house.
you're so
Barbados. Yep.
you're so awesome, making me smile already. Like, yeah. But Jamaica is like hitting up. Like they like we are all watching in Jamaica. We are all watching.
They doing it. They doing it. They doing it. But
They are doing it.
I'm still just kind of tripping off of the what was it again? 6.1?
6.7.
I'm just gonna keep saying that.
Million.
That's right. Give it to her, Adrian. Give it to her.
Amazing.
I mean, it's a
But you know
beautiful
what?
thing.
I want to just give a shout out. I was trying to get the pictures to pop up, but I can't. But I want to give a shout out to all of our vendors that were in the space, our exhibitors that were in the space. So we had the Super Patch Company, we had Gracie's Accents, we had Think Master. So Gracie's Accents, so Super Patch Company, they have these patches for health and wellness. They kind of help you with a lot of different elements that you have, and it's all natural. I hope I'm doing well with that, and so I'll make sure that all you guys can reach out to them if you want to support them, because all of their businesses are online, so you can still support them even though you weren't at the conference. Gracie's Accents, oh my gosh, her pieces were beautiful that she hand makes. A lot of Afrocentric clothing and jewelry and handbags, and it was just beautiful. Think Masters, talk about pocketbooks. Oh my god, any kind of pocketbook you wanted, they had. Dell's Dream. So, get your passport ready. We had the travel agent in the building, Dell's Dream. She was there. And when you go there, make sure that you get all your, pack your bag with your beautiful jewelry from Paparazzi, the Joy jewelry right there. And make sure that we also had CRP training in the building. So make sure that you can, help somebody if they need some help. We also had Be Made It. So any kind of tumblers or keychains or special shirts and just all kind of bedazzles things from Be Made It. We had Beautifully Chased. Oh my gosh. If you could have seen the beautiful jackets and blazers and accessories that she had, from your tote bag to your jacket to your belt to your pocketbook, everything was handmade, and it was just so beautiful. Then we had Lush Lovely Soap. I just happen to have some right here. All right, here we go. Right, Lush Lovely Soap. She had all of the beautiful soap and skincare. Then we have Fire Red. I don't have one of her beautiful pens, but she has a beautiful hand-decorated jewelry. Bev, do you have something you can pull up? Hand-decorated jewelry and pens. Strive Motivation, who's part Strive Motivation with her queens, Queens United Against Domestic Violence. They were in the building. We have MBK Cares, My Brother's Keeper Cares. That's Eson Hines, who's actually has a book called Healing is a Process. Get it for Christmas. He was also part of Him Story. He's also was part of the Men Don't Talk panel. He was there. We had from our keynote. Can we talk about our keynote?
Let's talk about our keynote.
Oh, let's talk about our keynote, because she was there with Beauty Shark. Oh, we got Beauty Shark. Do the shark. Got to do the shark. Yeah, Andrea, you weren't there, but you got to do the shark.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. That's the Ginger King, right? Ginger King. She was a firehouse, a powerhouse. She is Grant Cardone. She's 10X. She's a 10X coach from Grant Cardone. She is one of the sharks from, you heard of not one of the sharks, but she's trained by the sharks, but she's endorsed by the sharks. None of the Damon Johns and, Mr. Wonderful and all the other sharks from Shark Tank. When I tell you she came and she's a chemist, a beauty chemist, but then turned into this powerhouse speaker, turned into this powerhouse. She wanted to really secretly be a cosmetologist, but sometimes families want you to do other things. So, but she found the way to follow her passion, and now she has a beauty line, she has, I wish she was here because she was going to be here to give a little snippet. But anyway, just follow Ginger King. Follow Ginger King. She tore the house down. She tore the house down. She really did. She really did. So Dr. Walker was there. We already heard from him earlier, and we had Shelly Shell. She's over in Asia somewhere right now, but she was there. She did she did a workshop. She also did she did the panel for the Her Story 3 panel. We also had Tree Water Services. Russell Dinkins was in the house. He did a workshop. We had Ayana, Goddess Ayana. She had a workshop. It was so zen when you went in her room. Oh my gosh, you felt the energy just shift. And then we had Delvina Briggs, who's also Del's Dreams with the travel agent. She actually did a workshop as well. So we had a lot going on, y'all. Lots. But here we are. So we're down to our final two. Can we say final two?
Final two.
Final two. Final two. Final two. So thanks, Bev. Thanks, Bev. Thank you. So down to our final two. So I'm going to bring to the stage this little firehouse who always tells me to make sure, because, you know, we have an infiltration of people from Barbados for some reason, right? I don't know why. Andrea, I don't know why you started it with Alana, but I'm just saying Alana, but this one's the source. We always say it's Alana, but it's really this one is the source. She's the source to why we have this info. But hey, this is where God is calling us. So we have 5 women from Barbados.
Wow.
5 women from Barbados. And if you count you, then it makes 6.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Yes. So listen, but in Her Story 3, here's that 3 again. We got 3 from Barbados. 3. And all 3 was in the building. The last one just got home yesterday. Just got home yesterday because of travel arrangements and the way that when it snows, it throws off everything. So she got back to Barbados yesterday. So I'm glad everyone is now home safe and sound. I can breathe now. So she always tells me, you know, I know you have, you know, because I'm always shouting out Bahamas. I shout out Barbados. She's like, you got to say the first thing out your mouth has to be Haiti. I was like, okay, Marlene, I'm going to make sure that because she represents all the Haitians, the beautiful Haitians. And listen, it's all Caribbeans, all the Caribbean, you know, islands are being represented in the Her Story family. So Marlene, I want you to come up next. And then next we're going to hear from our beauty from over the pond, but she's actually not over the pond now. She's across the Atlantic, the Caribbean Ocean. She's still in Barbados, but she's representing somewhere else. But we're going to bring this one right here. This firecracker. She's a firecracker too. I'm going to tell you, there she is. Yes, Miss Fam Jam. Yes. Another Floridian. Another Floridian. Yo, are you I know you hit the ground running when you got back home, you know, being mommy and, you know, and caretaker for your parents and the job. And where have you been in this space since we've last seen each other?
I don't think I have had enough time to process, so I'm still processing. I'm still processing. A lot has happened. I have taken a lot, so I'm still processing. But in the midst of processing, you still have to fulfill all the roles that you have. So as you just said, still trying to be a mother, a caretaker for the parents, a leader at work, and so on and so forth. But it has been an amazing week. And I am blessed and thankful for the entire experience.
The entire experience.
The entire experience.
Yeah, she made it. She made it. We was like, "You're coming?" She's like, okay. And then she's like, I'm here.
So I have to share. There was just a lot going on this week, and I shared this with you, Dr. Caroline. And I wasn't sure because we are waiting on something to be completed. And so thank goodness everything went well, despite the challenges. But again, we are from Jam, resilient, so we persevere.
Yes.
we were able to make it come through by the grace of God. And I didn't purchase my ticket until the night before. So we
Oh,
did it.
wow.
We made it. We made it.
She made
And it
it.
was
She
such an
made it.
amazing experience.
So you wanted, so I'm gonna give you give you your time to share with, your experience and your story. You was on the panel, so yeah, let's. I know that was amazing because Andrea was on the panel before, so she knows. So listen, floor is yours.
So it was an amazing experience as I shared again. My name is Marlene Louis, part of the Story 3. It has always been a dream to write something. So this opportunity came right on time, right timing. So it's all about the timing. So sharing a little bit of my story as a femme jam. So again, femme jam means strong woman, and it's not about the strength. It's mostly about the resilience, right? So being able to just share a little bit of where I came from, how I grew up, to become a femme jam, like a resilient woman who is now leading other women, supporting other women, but most importantly, is providing a safe space for resilient women or strong women as we know it. Because what happened all the time is people portray us as this strong individual and we don't need anybody, we don't need help, and at times we feel bad, we feel ashamed being vulnerable around others. We so good at walking into space, feeling confident, walking in confidence, doing things, maneuver to different task throughout the days, throughout life, and we do it so well that sometimes we are like crashing inside and no one knows, and it's really hard to find a safe space or someone that we can entrust to really lean on and share these moment of vulnerability that we are going through. So really it's Femme Jam, it's a movement to create that safe space for all the women or the resilient women out there that at time need a space, need someone that they can lean on, to support, to uplift, and to inspire them as well. So that's really my story, and I am excited for where God is taking us with this journey. And it is a pleasure, an honor, a blessing to be part of her story 3. It's just the beginning, just the beginning.
Yes,
Just
just
the
the
beginning.
beginning. Listen, Andrea can talk about that. It's just
I can say that Marlene's journey didn't start this year either because she made it last year as not as a participant. You call it as an audience, as part of the audience.
Yeah.
So she's been influenced by you for a while. Again, your calling, your work. You get the call in, you answer, and those who are supposed to be aligned and be part of it will come. They will hear you.
They will hear you.
She's not new to this. She's true to this. She first listened to see what was going on, and she's like, "Yeah, I want to be part of this." And welcome in, sis.
Yes.
Again, it's all about the timing. All about the timing. And when the time comes, God will align you with people that are in the same line as you to bring you along your journey. So I'm very grateful and thankful for that.
Yeah, absolutely. The alignment, because even how we met, when we met,
Yes.
I mean, I was
Yes.
sitting there thinking, I was like, Les
Yes.
Brown, I gotta call him and let him know. I'm like, let me tell you what's happening here on this end. Like, it's so many connections with Les, and and I can call him that, right? Because he's my mentor. Just and so all the people I'm looking, I'm like, wow, when we do the connection back, it connects back with him. So
we met her at the same time, right? It was the first September.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Orlando, right? That's his event. That because Alexandria, who's in Bahamas, giving her some love. She was going to be there, but she's in a transition right now. God is calling her to greater things as well. And so she wasn't able to make it. And so here's the thing. People will put your name is always being spoken in rooms you don't even know. And it's not about bad stuff, because people gonna talk about you. They gonna talk about you. Let them talk, right? Let them talk. But they're also talking about you to bring you to the table, right? They talking about you because your name is being mentioned. Your name is being put on lists. So that's what happened. My name was put on a list that I didn't even know about. Alexandria put my name on the list. And I was like, oh, okay. So, okay, I'm going to show up. And then at the last minute, she wasn't able to come. And then I was like, all right, well, Andrea, you're on the list now. Come on. Get there by any means necessary, right? And so, and it just went on from that. And then you met Marlene, and then Marlene met me, and then we met. It's just crazy, right? How
I think I actually called Marlene and told her I was going to go to Philadelphia and you should check out Dr. Caroline. I think that's how we ended up.
Something. Yeah. You told her about it. And so here we go, right? Here we are, because people are searching. And then I think when we put in our heart and our spirit what we desire, what we need, what we're searching, what we're seeking, God will put and orchestrate everything around us. Because I wasn't planning on being in Orlando. It just popped up and I'm like, all right, okay. And then it was last minute for you too. It was like, hey, come on, let's go. Because sometimes you have to be ready. When the call comes, it's up to you to answer it. See, a lot of times we get that phone call and we got caller ID and we like, I don't want to answer that. See, but you need to answer it. See, before we never had caller ID, we had to answer the call. See, that's what God is doing. God is giving us these calls and we're not answering them. And then we wonder why things are delayed. But we all know that a delay doesn't mean a denial. So you're going to get what God has for you. But the thing is, do you want to have it now when it's the appointed time? Or do you want it later? And who knows how long later will be? Later might be tomorrow. Later might be 10 years from now. Later might be 20 years from now. And then look all that time in between that it's like, man, life could have been a whole lot different if you would have answered that call. That part. So, Marlene, thank you. Love you. I'm an honorary Haitian too. So I just got all these honorary.
Love you both.
Yes, and everyone down there, my love. Thank you so much.
Will do. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Keep doing what you're doing. One person at a time. I'm gonna steal your word. It doesn't matter how many in the audience, right? How many that are physically in the room. It's how many that are listening. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. Thank you. Appreciate it. Woo, answer the call. We got Shiani said, answer the call. Oh, I think I can get through this without crying. I think I can. I really do. I think. Yeah, see, she said, answer the call. Woo, we got, this is Jaden's mom, right? Yep. She's saying, yes. We got some hearts. We got some.
Yeah, that's Jaden's mom.
Yeah, that's Jaden's mom. So I'm just like, I'm full. Can I just say that I'm full? I'm full.
You can say you're full.
You ever been so full that it hurts?
In a good way.
In a good way. Like this overflow, because that's what everyone gets, the overflow. Because I've learned a long time ago that if I don't have nothing, you don't have nothing. If I don't have nothing, because you can't pour from an empty cup. And I've been there, did that. And so that doesn't happen. So, but I will pour out, I will give the overflow, and I will still go into some of my reserves when required. And last weekend was a requirement to go into those reserves, but I never went all the way down to empty. Poured so much into everything that God calls me to do. Because it's not me. I am just, you like this? Wait. I am just the conduit to all of this. because, and I'm going to tap into all of my ancestry. I'm going to tap into all of my honorary isms from all the islands, right? And so because God says I'm a conduit, because he says I can do it.
Because I can do it. Yes.
I can
The
do
island voice.
Yes. So that's the answer. That's the call. And, and speaking of, we have our final one that we're going to bring to the stage tonight. She's coming from across the pond by way of Barbados. And when I tell you, you never know when the call is going to come. You never know how it's going to come. She'll tell you she came, we met, and she was bringing other women. She was in like supervisor role, right? Bringing other women to an event. And God spoke to her in this moment. And now here we are. So Miss Gold Tip, Miss Gold Tip, where you at? Where you at? There you go. There we go. Just right in that. Hello.
Hi. How exciting. I know I'm wearing my glasses now, Carolyn. Dr. C, a real OG. What can I say? Yeah. It was a fantastic conference. It was, as you said, how I got into it was, I'm a director of clinical services. I'm bringing ladies from our establishment, which is a drug rehab facility, to come so they can hear and be empowered. And I'm walking in, just doing my job, staying in my position, staying in my lane. And then Dr. Carolyn comes and says, you need to be in my book. It's like, me. And I always say what was so ironic was that my CEO was there. And my CEO always says, Alison, you're excellent at speaking, but your writing is a bit off. She always used to say that. But she was there. And God qualifies who he calls. So I so appreciate you, Dr. Carolyn, Bev, Andrea, all the team. Oh my goodness, the girls, the ladies, oh Lord. If I start calling their names, someone's going to get offended, but I just love these women. I just love these women. See, I'm going to get emotional, and I'm not a crier. Anyway, I just love the women.
I'm gonna give the stage to you and let you just finish with your experience.
Yes. So I'm in Her Story 3, and I'm the first chapter, which is talking about your latter will be greater. What I've experienced in my life is sometimes thinking, you know what, Alison, you're 50 years old. You've gone through the journeys of life. Your life hasn't been gone the way that you wanted it to go. Maybe that's the best that you've got. But you know what? That's a lie from the pit of hell. That's a lie from our insecurity. And the fact that the theme for this conference was access granted. Once you understand that, you know what, once there's breath in my nostrils, there's still hope. It doesn't matter if I've been through abortions, been through failed relationships, been through suicidal attempts, all of those things, it does not matter, because your latter can be greater once you believe and once you position yourself, right? Because who God has called, he is going to qualify you. It doesn't matter about your circumstances. So I just really wanted it to be an encouragement. My story, I just went through what I had gone through. And as I said, it wasn't anything that I planned. It was some missteps, some detours, but all of those detours came up to culminate into me telling my story. And I am not ashamed. I stand next to these other phenomenal women. We are telling our stories. And just even in the conference, outside of the conference, I just saw the power of telling our stories. And there was a common thread through it, which was about hope, which was about healing, and which was about access has been granted. You've already got the stamp of approval. We don't have to prove ourselves to anyone. We just got to be true to ourselves, true to what he has created us to be, or the divine, or the higher power. We just need to be true to that. And we can always stand on that. Our latter will be greater. I'm 50 and now I've just written my chapter. I'm 50 and I've got 4 children. I'm 50 and I'm divorced. I'm 50 and what? Just keep on moving and knowing that you're ready for such a time as this. For such a time as this.
For such a time as this. Yes, you are amazing, said
Thank
Allison.
you. So are you.
Ooh, oh my God. Oh no, don't do that. No, 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 no.
And yeah, we're all amazing. It was just the connection, you know. We talk about the conference as if it was a one-off event, but it's what happened before that time. It was the event and what happened afterwards. We're not going to speak about us being in someone who remained nameless hotel room dancing the night away to Bobby Brown. And I love Philadelphia. There's something about yeah, every little step. There's something about that place. I was saying to someone that I need to find myself back in Philadelphia, and wherever these ladies are, we are doing it. From Her Story 1, 2, 3, and beyond the next chapter, and the men as well.
And the next chapter. Absolutely. Thank you. Like, so, I mean, whew. And it's so, like I said, it's timely. I follow the spirit. Like your chapter was your what's your chapter again? Say it again.
Your latter will be greater.
Yeah, and you're the last one to speak tonight, right? Your latter will be greater, right?
Yeah.
So listen, for anyone who, like I said, you've been watching us all evening, you may come back for the replay. I just want you to understand the magnitude, and I hope you got a glimpse, just a snippet of the energy, like you heard Allison say. You know, it's the before, everything that leads up to it. It's the during, and then it's the after. Like, it just continuously goes on. You know, Andrea was at the one, 3 years ago, and it probably feels like yesterday, right?
Does.
You said you've been on this journey since like 2022? Yeah, 22.
Yeah, 22.
Yeah, 22. And it feels like yesterday. Because when it's good fruit, it's everlasting. When the seeds are good. See, you have, I don't know people garden. I try to dabble in a little bit. My daughter know more than I do. She's my urban farmer. But I know there's things called annuals, and then there's things called perennials, right? One of them, I believe it's the perennials. Once you plant those seeds, they come up every year.
Wow.
Annuals, you have to, if I think I'm getting this right, you have to actually plant them annually. It's the opposite. It's not exactly what you think it is. But just know that the seeds that you plant will grow.
Yeah.
Certain seeds that you were plant that you're going to have to continuously replant. And then there's others that you're going to plant and just sit back and watch them keep regrowing. They're going to keep regrowing, and they're going to keep showing up differently each year, but they're going to come back if it's the right seeds, if it's the right soil, if it's the right water, if it's the right, it's just plant, water, grow. If you were there in the beginning, we had our amazing, who ministered to us. It is my season. It is your season. Said she was planting seeds all in that convention center. Planting seeds.
Correct.
The seeds that will continuously grow.
Yeah.
So now you got to wonder, what are the seeds that are left for you to grow? We all have them. We all have them. So I want to tell you what access is, because I don't think I got a chance to say it at the conference. So access is the authority that we have. I'm gonna see who else is on here going to come back on with us, so that way we can close out properly with everybody on board. Everybody on board, because we're not just closing out with me. No, we close it. We right.
We.
That's right. We. I gotta learn a little French Creole. We. So access, the authority. It's the authority that you bring, that you have, that knowing that you have a seat at the table. Like this table, we all have a seat here, right? If you want to know where that's coming from, it's coming from Acts 1:8. Now, the collaboration that we all have together from Her Story 1, Her Story 2, Her Story 3, and beyond. Philippians 2:2. The commitment that we have to make to ourselves. The commitment. The commitment of showing up and showing up anyway, even when we don't feel like it, even when we don't know what's going to happen next. We show up because we're committed to the call. Mark 12:30. And the endurance that you have to have, because the race doesn't come to the swift. It comes to the ones who endure.
Yep.
This is the long game, y'all. This is not a one-off thing. This is not a one-time thing. This is the long game. This is until you have your last breath. We need to make every single moment count with endurance. Ecclesiastes 9:11. And in order to do that, you need to have this steadfastness. The steadfastness to be committed, back to committed to the word, to God's word, to the word that's in the calling that's been given to you. You heard from several different people today, and they're just giving you a snippet. But sometimes that's all you need. You know, we can watch a reel, we can watch a TikTok, and we can get entertained by that. And what did we really obtain from that? And I'm going to leave it right there. So have this steadfastness. 1 Corinthians 15:58. And have sustainability. Sustainability to once again endure, to commit, to collaborate, to know, to have the sustainability to the things that are when the storms are going to come. Storms will come. Everybody loves them. Can you stand the rain? Now, if you were there, you probably going, Carolyn, that sounds awfully familiar. That sounds like a song. It is. And if you were there at the conference, I gave you a whole different perspective and meaning behind those words to that song. Sustainability. Psalms 34:14. Listen, access has been granted. Are you going to go through the doors? Are you going to answer the call? Are you going to follow the dreams that you have within you? No matter what anybody else says, don't matter. It's not about who hears you. It's about who's listening. Even if it's one. Of one, the impact of many. So before we go, I want to just give another shout out to our honorees that we had to honor this year. Miss Yolanda Young Johnson, she's a filmmaker. She was a filmmaker spotlight for her film, Finding Elijah, and it's about suicide prevention. Miss Pamela Ortiz, who took her dream and she decided to stop her 9-to-5 job and she started a beauty line. And then Dr. Ethel, I just lost the train of thought for your last name. Buckhalter, sorry, who actually has Queen of Hearts, who she honors individuals for having a heart. And then also she commits to serving the people for breast cancer, for all kinds of cancer, for homelessness, for domestic violence. There's so many different things she has a heart for. So these are the individuals that were honored at the conference this year. We had some others that were not there this year, but we have already extended the invitation for them for next year. So listen, I hope you enjoyed your time with us. I am so excited about what is yet to come. The year isn't even over yet. Access has been granted. I want to just say thank you to everyone who came near and far, everyone who sowed a seed, everyone who even doubted. I thank you too. I thank everybody. I thank everyone who showed up. I thank everyone who didn't. I thank everybody, right? Because at the end of the day, it's not me. I'm just a conduit. I'm just the one that God has put in position, in place to allow this to happen. And it's going to happen in a way he sees fit, not the way I see fit.
Mm.
I make it clear all the time that numbers don't mean anything to me. It's about the impact. It's 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 the impact. And I'm just going to keep repeating that. It's the impact. And I hope that you, while you were listening tonight, that you really understood the assignment. That was one of the years.
Mm-hmm.
Understand the impact. So, ladies and gentlemen, is there any last words you want to say? I'm going to let each one of you just say your 2 words, and then we're going to be out. What you got from this? Go. I'm going to start calling names.
I'll go first. I
Access
just want to
granted.
say I really enjoyed myself at the conference. I really met some beautiful women there. And I really look forward to just being around everybody, working with everybody, and just building like a little sisterhood. Something that I want to say I don't really have. So I really look forward to it.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear me?
Awesome.
Yes, we did. Wonderful. Well, I would just say, I know you said 2 words. I'm just going to be a little rebellious in terms of impact. I would have said before, let's just try and remember impact is about inspiration. I for inspiration, M for motivation, P for progression, A for action, C for courage, and T for transformation. That's what we're looking for. That's what we've been doing now and beyond.
Shani?
Access granted. I am ready for 2026. As I said, I already start writing my story, and I'm just ready to do whatever God wants me to do.
Amen.
I love you all, ladies. You guys are so beautiful. And Bev, such a wonderful host. Working hard on her birthday. She was such a blessing.
Definitely.
Aww. Love you, Bev. Love you all the way from Barbados.
Awesome. Let's see who we got. We got April. Go ahead, April, real quick. You in the store, real quick. I don't know. Wish you a Target. Buy me something.
On me.
All right, y'all, real quick. I just feel blessed and honored to be among so many beautiful women. Thank you, Carolyn, for just pouring all of this, reaching out for me, for believing in me, even putting me on, just asking me to be a part of certain things when sometimes we lose hope, and not really losing hope, but not even thinking that I don't know, but whatever you see in me, you see it. And I thank you. I thank you for that. I just feel honored to be a part of so many beautiful women and so many beautiful groups. And also just hearing these messages. Y'all just don't know. I need this in my life, and it continues to bless me. And I'm so glad that I met all of you. I have a whole nother family. My sister's from Barbados. I told y'all I'll be there soon. Okay. I love y'all. I love all of y'all.
Marlene.
All right, ladies, as I said, it has been an absolute pleasure and honor to be with you, to meet you, to bundle with you. I enjoy every bit of it. I'm planning on coming to Barbados to celebrate 40. We don't know yet, but we're thinking about it. And I would love to have all of us there. But quickly, I just want to remind you all that you all are leaders, right? And leadership is not defined by titles. So we don't have to have a title to be a leader. So leadership is really found in the moment where you build others up. And that's exactly what we're doing here. So continue doing it. Continue empowering others, right? Because true empowerment isn't handed out. It's sparked from within. It lives in every one of us. That you remind of her worth. And just keep pushing through regardless of what's going on. If I sit down and tell you all the things that I'm going through, I probably wouldn't have any courage to be here or to smile. But despite it all, as we just talked about, the one that are called, the one that are chosen, their path are always harder. So because God has to build you, because He has so much greater purpose for you that He needs to build you. He needs to get you to go through things and overcome so you can be that resilient person that He needs to go out and teach others. So just know that by saying yes to this journey, it's not going to be an easy journey. There's gonna be ups and downs. Sometimes it feels like they're more down than ups, but just stay through to the journey. Lean on each other because we are blessed to have each other. My phone is open. We are connected on social media. Reach out. Whatever it is that you want to talk to. Sometimes you just need somebody to listen to you and to understand what you're going through, and that will make better. So let's be that friend, that sister for one another, because it's not easy for any of us. But because we have each other, because we have us, we can make it easy for one another. Stay blessed. I'll keep each and every one of you in my prayers. This is just the beginning of the journey. So I'm sure we have more things to do together. And I just can't wait to see where this journey is taking us.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, Beverly.
Okay, I'm not gonna say too much, but I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of y'all. Y'all are amazing. The things that's gonna come out of this is like Andrea, even though like the things that come out of this, y'all gonna go on like a whole roller coaster. And it's gonna be some ups, some downs, but those ups, when I tell you, when that phone rings and they say, hey, you're like, I'm there. Because those blessings is gonna just come all in, because then you're gonna bless so many people. And I'm so proud of y'all. So proud.
Thank you.
I love you guys.
Love you.
We're gonna be in billboards.
Yes.
We're gonna be in billboards.
And to my hostess my co-hostess with the mostest,
Wow.
Miss Andrea.
Well,
Andrea A, because we got an Andrea B and we got an Andrea
Yes,
A.
we do. What I was just going to tell you guys is just be ready. And there's something that Marlene said that I really wanted to say. She said what she said, and I'm going to ask you to think about it. Would you guys believe that this is just the beginning? Think about it. This is only the beginning. We've only just begun. So it just goes to show the magnitude and the depth of what is ahead of us. So just be ready and keep showing up. Love you all.
Love you too.
Listen, love you to pieces as we rock out. I'm going to share this, and I'll tell y'all every time, I love you. And there's nothing you can do about it. Let's rock out.
Magnify. Yeah. Wake up and magnify. Your voice is your choice, better speak your mind. Say what you want and live your life. Your voice is your choice and God is on your side. Wake up and magnify. Your voice is your choice, better speak your mind. Say what you want and live your life. Your voice is your choice and God is on your side. Magnify.
Love you guys. Take care.
Love you. Love you.
Bye. Bye now.